Hey, what is happening? Hey, no, hand me that over there. Yes, I need that piece of paper. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That is the assistant director here helping me out during my podcast creation process. Yes, no, I need the cup of coffee. Yes, I need the elixir of life, which is coffee. And as you know, coffee is for closers, and I have a giant cup right now. So you want to have a big cup of Joe. All right. So welcome back. And we're going to welcome Pierre back. Thank you. Yay. That's right. Pierre's being welcomed back to the podcast. That's right. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a bit, hasn't it been? It's been a little bit since we've been together in the podcast studio. The famous Hustle is the Hack Studios here in Georgetown Township, Michigan. That's right. And well, we've been gone for quite some time, and well, there's a little bit of a reason for that, and without kind of complaining too much, but my former employer, which is a big software company located in Seattle, Washington, certain individuals there did not like my podcast and had put me in danger of not being able to continue my job because they saw it as a conflict. I didn't think it was a conflict. They did. All right. Anyway, so here we go. Let's keep moving forward. My name is Pierre Hulsebus, and we are the Technical Seller, and we're here to help you identify, acquire, and retain the most valuable asset that you have in business. And what is that, Pierre? That is a customer. That's right. Your business starts with a customer, and sadly, oh so sadly, it comes to an end when you have no more of them. So you want to, work really hard to get them, keep them, find them, make them happy, turn them into loyal customers. That's right. So this is all about the strategies of doing that as a salesperson, staying consistent, refining our approach, and getting feedback and tracking our progress and just doing a really good job. So we're going to help you with all of that through the podcast. So with that said, let's get right into it today. And I have to also say one thing, and we are launching a new website. I am launching a brand new website, and you are the first people to hear about it in detail. That's right. And I have a special offer for all of you. So if you're a technical salesperson that's looking to boost your close rates and master the skill of selling in the tech space, well, look no further than TechSales110.com. That's right. If you're new or you're a seasoned pro, TechSales110.com offers a full range of resources from step-by-step strategies to help you, as we say, identify, acquire, and retain customers, to in-depth classes later as we get going, designed specifically for technical salespeople. It's all about it's helping you out. It's more than just a website; it's a community. You want to surround yourself with other professionals, share tips, insights, encouragements as you level up your sales game. Join me at TechSales110.com and take your career to the next level. Get your goals crushed. Let's crush some goals out there. It's exciting. And what we're doing first, the first bit of content and focus is the 52 sales hacks. And 52 sales hacks, what is that? 52 sales hacks is a awesome source for you to be able to find out that you can, what are some of the specific things, like we can personalize and target prospects. We can, how to focus on finding growable customers, thinking through valuable content that you can share on your social media sites. How can you manage your CRM systems, optimize your website? What is A/B testing, and why do you care as a salesperson about that? Why do you conduct competitor analysis? All of these different, very specific, nuanced deals, little techniques, and we have them all in there, and they're listed, and we're going to go through them in depth. And on this podcast today, in fact, we're going to talk about two really important ones about LinkedIn Sales Navigator, how you can use that tool, and why it's worth using that tool. And the other thing that you'll want to do is learn how to personalize emails using the information that you have at hand. So all of that stuff is very exciting. It's very exciting to talk about that and share some anecdotes and what works and what's not working in that space. And that's what we're going to be diving into. We've got 52 of those right now that we're going to go through over the next year or so. Actually, over the next period of time. Hopefully we'll get through them in quicker than a year. 52, if I do 2 a week, we should be done around Christmas time. No, we'll be done around March or so. Anyways, then I'll have to come up with some more stuff. But if you go to techsales110.com, not only will you see the specific details, I'm giving you some awesome ideas around how to implement these ideas. It's not just about ideas, it's about execution. It's great to have a great idea, but we need people that can actually execute. So I'm giving you 2 resources for every one of those hacks. One is SMART goals. What are the goals? How would you define success? How could you measure success? All of the things that go into creating goals for those for you personally. How would you communicate that with your management team? Hey, I want to put this, I want to start doing this, and I'm going to add this, and here's my goals for that. And then an implementation plan. What is the 6 or 10 or 14 or 2 things that you need to do? What are the steps to make that fully effective in your sales goals? So this is the starter points for you. They're kind of templates, if you will, of how to, and it's that proven method. That's one thing to have a great idea, but it's also really, really important in our business to land it, to actually execute on that thing. That's one thing that I've learned. We're really smart people. I work with a lot of really smart people. If you're listening to this podcast, you're a smart person, and we love ideas and learning about ideas. But what is really critical is, in a sports team, you don't hire people in a profession that are just have a lot of potential. You have to hire people that can actualize their potential, that can live up to their potential. And that's what we're trying to do, because we're professionals. Professional salespeople execute on plans. And so it's not just coming up with the great ideas, but also landing that in your everyday habits and making it part of the work that you do every day. So with that said, go check it out, techsales110.com. So as we do, this is just the introductory part of the podcast. I'm going to stop for a second, and we'll have our sponsors talk for a second. Then we're going to get right into this, and hopefully you'll have a great day today, and I'll talk to you in just a moment.
In a world that's constantly changing, education needs to keep up. Expanding Boundaries International is breaking down barriers and empowering the next generation through the power of STEAM educational programs and cross-cultural experiences. We provide students in Ghana, West Africa, and underserved communities in the U.S. with the tools and opportunities they need to thrive in the 21st century. From robotics and coding to study abroad programs, we're opening doors to a brighter future. But we can't do it alone. Your support can make a real difference. Donate today or become a part of our community of changemakers. Together, let's expand boundaries and build a more equitable world. Visit expandingboundaries.org to learn more and get involved. Expand boundaries, expand possibilities.
Are you a technical salesperson looking to boost your close rates and master the art of selling in the tech space? Look no further than techsales110.com. Whether you're new to tech sales or a seasoned pro, Tech Sales 110 offers a full range of resources, from step-by-step strategies to help you identify, acquire, and retain customers, to in-depth classes designed specifically for technical sales. But it's more than just a website, it's a community. Surround yourself with other professionals who share tips, insights, and encouragement as you level up your sales game. Join us today at techsales110.com. That's techsales110.com. And take the next step toward crushing your sales goals.
All right, everybody, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, that's right. We're back, baby. We'll kind of feel like a little Barry White song here. Anyways, yeah, I'm a child of the 70s, and I really enjoy soul music. Hey, soul. That's right. Get some soul music in there. So anyways, welcome back to the show. We're driving into something every technical salesperson needs to master. And you better get this right. It's crafting emails. So this is hack number one. This is number one right out of the box. And the reason is that we're saying this is because, we sell stuff. And a lot of that stuff and communication goes back and forth in the emails, so you need to craft personalized emails. They don't end up in the dreaded spam folder. Trust me, you're going to have some fun with this. But so grab your coffee, settle in, and let's make your emails and the people actually want to open them. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. Yeah. All right. So you've got your list of prospects first, right? And you want to first thing, research is the secret weapon, right? You want to get some, get your list of prospects. But here's the deal. Generic emails, really, they're about as exciting as a software update at 3 in the morning. So let's get you into the superhero mode, doing a deep dive research that makes your prospects say, hey, they've actually get me. Do you understand me? You had me at hello. Now, yeah, that's kind of an old reference to Jerry Maguire. But anyways, Now you know what you're thinking. Research? That sounds like work. Well, I've got games to play. I've got a Fortnite thing, and I'm hanging out with the dudes tonight. But anyways, research, that is a little work, but hang with me. We're about to go beyond the company website. You're going to hit up that social media profile, industry reports, maybe even Reddit threads where they're complaining about their biggest points. Dig into the challenges, the projects and goals. It's like detective work, but a lot more fun. So let me give you an example. I once sent an email to a client who had just launched really a sustainability initiative at their company. And I started the email with something like, hey, congratulations on your new tech push. It must be exciting to lead the way into sustainable solutions. Bam! They responded within about an hour. Why? Because I took like 5 extra minutes to acknowledge something that was important to them. And so you can do this research. It's not that hard. This is called LinkedIn. If you're selling tech, that's a business-to-business sale. That's what we're all about. And your prospects are in LinkedIn. So you can look at their company. You can look at the people, the individuals that you're sending emails to. And you're creating first you want to create this know, like, and trust with our folks. And the like part is right there. So something like that. Hey, congratulations on a new tech push. We're excited. It must be exciting to lead the way. So that's personalizing the email because I listened to what was important to them in their feed. It's pretty simple. But doing a little research, and again, LinkedIn is your secret friend here. It's really great at this kind of stuff. It will tell you all about that person. It'll let you look at their feed. It's a little creepy sometimes, but I'm just joking. It's not creepy. This is the way we do this work now. So anyways, so the next part is kind of tags. So when we think of tags, we think of hashtags because that's old school. But really what we're talking about is dynamic tags. And let me get you up what we're talking about. Like these are like little cheat codes for email personalization. Picture this, you send an email and without even lifting a finger, it has your prospect's name and their company, even their favorite snacks or something like that. Well, maybe not that one, but it's like magic. And this is where your CRM system inserts personal details like their name or their company, or even maybe past interactions with your business. And it adds like, hey, I see you. And it's just without having to write out brand new emails every time now. So like, hi, first name, you actually want to use those tags in a good way. You want to have them properly cased. So it's not like hi, and then all capitals, Bob Johnson or Jane Smith. You don't want to have the first and last name at the beginning. You want to make it personal. So just that first name. And we've seen this in all emails where it just says hi and then the bracket of first name because the CRM system is mismatching that. So you want to check this. You want to double check those tags and make sure that you're using the great factors that you have in there. We've all seen that email, right? Where it just is like mismatched shoes or something like that. Just double check the tags and you're golden. The next thing that you're gonna want to do is you want to find some common ground. Like I said, build that rapport by finding some common ground. All right. So this is where you get personal. References, not a job reference, although shout out to LinkedIn, to the LinkedIn endorsements and references. That's really great stuff. But I'm talking about shared experiences, maybe where you've both been at the same conference or someone in common. Dropping those little bits of information helps build likability and knowing you. So again, this is the three-legged stool: know, like, and trust. It's like showing up at a party and realizing you both love the same obscure Netflix show or something like that. You have an instant connection with people. So for example, I once emailed a prospect and mentioned that we both had been to the same industry webinar. Not only did they respond, they also jumped on a call because we had a shared experience. So just remember, don't force it, keep it authentic, but you want to kind of like be a little chummy if you can. Again, knowing and liking. This is just one of the way you build rapport with people. It's like going into any social situation. This is social selling at its most nuanced point. You're really trying to build a bridge with somebody by building rapport, by finding common ground. And the other part, which is this kind of point number 4, we want to customize the technical stuff. Now, when we talk about the technical stuff, this is where you're this rock star technical salesperson. This is where you shine your stuff, but your prospects is not going to be on that level, at least not yet. So make sure you tailor the content of your email to match their level of expertise. It's not about you, it's about them. So if they're new to the game, don't hit them up with like SQL API calls are faster than anybody else. No, don't do that. Like now I'm confused by you. And the prospect is like, that's not really nice. And they're all like not liking you anymore. Yeah, they don't like you, and it's all like, hey, crickets on the other side, and you just lost it. So I like to think of this image. Okay, yeah, thank you, crickets. So I like to think about it. Imagine explaining your favorite tech gadget to grandma, or your mom or something like that. You're not going to start with, hey, Mom, it has 256 gig solid state drive and Intel 9 processor. You're going to say, hey, it's fast. It makes movies watching really great. The same with prospects. So speak their language. If you're reaching out to shop floor controllers or I'm selling technology into a CFO, I'm not going to be talking about speeds and feeds. I'm going to be talking about how it benefits them and their business. And we're going to get a lot into that later, but that's that kind of whole feature, benefit, and business value connection. So the three-handed punch, if you will, the 1, 2, 3, feature, benefit, value. What are those three things that we want to do? So you're going to stay away from industry jargon. They'll get that later. They're going to get that later. You're trying to get them engaged in a conversation. So you want to kind of tease them a little bit or kind of pique their interest by speaking in their language. Otherwise, they're just like, this dude's from another planet, and you're not going to get cool with them. So here, this is again all about the emails, and so it's all about value at the end of the day. When we're sending that email out, it's like that's the key, right? Value. You can show a prospect that you put the effort in to understand their needs, challenges, and goals, and that they're more likely to respond to you. Personalized emails aren't not just a nice to have kind of a thing. Really, they're the golden ticket to building trust, credibility, and really ultimately closing more deals. So let's be honest. Closing deals is what we're after here, right? That's the PDP, or in the Americas, we call it the pictures of dead presidents. That means dollar bills. And so that's the next step you've got there. Grab your CRM, pull up the prospect list, and start getting personal. It's not personal, it's just business. No, it's personal. Your open rates and commission checks will thank you. That's right. So, all right, that's tip Sales hack number uno on the list. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's exciting. I know everybody's very excited about that. So, hey, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. And we're going to be right back after this. Hey, we're back. And we're back. And we're back. Thank you to our sponsors. We've got some great sponsors now coming on board and really excited about doing work with them and fun stuff. Anyways, well, let's get right into it. Hey, welcome back to another segment we have. And we're going to, as we turn sometimes stiff in the world of sales into something a little more fun, Stiffersons out there. Let's have a little more fun. I dare you to say enjoyable. We're going to be talking about during this time, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. That's right. That's going to take your prospecting game right up to that next level. This is number 2. It's worth the extra $35 or whatever it is every month, even if you have to pay for it yourself as a seller. Come on, dude. Really? This is maybe a generational thing, people, but back when I started in sales, all the tools that we use, like our Franklin Planner and our day timers and all of that, that was stuff we bought. We didn't have our bosses buy any of that stuff. I owned it. It was mine. I get to keep it. And so it's the same thing. Sales Navigator is something you get to keep. You want that in your world. You want to own it. You can deduct it on your taxes anyways as a non-reimbursed business expense. Anyways, so if you're looking for, and by the way, I don't do tax strategies, so so don't take my word for it. Anyways, if you're looking for some smart strategies, let's just dive right into this. All right, so like I said, first things first, you're going to want to define your ideal customer profile. That's right, you can't go shooting in the dark when it comes to finding prospects, and it's like playing darts with a blindfold on. Yeah, you might hit something, but it's probably not going to be what you're aiming for. So when you're using LinkedIn Sales Navigator in the tech space, you've got to start by defining exactly who you're trying to connect with. Think about industries, company size, specific roles that would benefit from your solution. For example, if you're selling technical software, maybe you're targeting manufacturer leads, IT leads, operation directors. The point is, the more focused you search, the better the results are going to be. It's like when you finally figured out that double espresso exact caffeine mix, and you get the right mix in there with the milk and all of that kind of stuff. There's no more messing around. You found the gold, right? You're on the gold, as they say. All right. So that's what you got to do. So one of the hacks, the easiest way to do this is talk about, especially if you're new to the company, is like, who are our best customers? Go look at your case studies, and then LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can go in, find that company, and then there's a little segment that says companies like this. And there you go. That's a list of prospects for you. You want to reproduce your very best customers. And that's one of the tricks there. You define your ideal customer profile, and LinkedIn is great at that. So once you kind of start getting that ideal customer profile, then you can have the size of the company. Over time, you start to look at things like how many employees they have, what their growth is in terms of employees. Are they growing? Are they stagnant or flat? That used to be a big indicator of growth, was employees. Now that's not so much. If you go look at especially some of the big tech companies, believe me, I'm telling you from someone who is experienced and looking for a new gig right now, sales growth and profitability doesn't now necessarily link to employee or headcount growth. That's an early stage issue, but mature company like the collective in Microsoft that I worked for, or excuse me, I shouldn't say that word, but the big company in Seattle that I worked for, if you look at their employee growth, it's actually flat. It's very flat, and yet they're continuing to grow, and that's a big. Anyways, that's a depressing discussion. Anyways, we'll talk about that a little later. Anyways, so like we said, defining that ideal customer profile. And you want to just basically replicate your best customers. That's one of the best places to start, because those often become really good prospects because you got a case study, you have a story to tell. Your solution has worked at your best customers, and so they should work at their competitors or companies that are similar to them. Now, here's where the Sales Navigator really shines. The next one is, once you know who you're after, you can start using those advanced search filters to hone down onto the right people. And it's really great. It's having like this super high-tech fishing net. You throw it in, and you come out with a lot of really great catches. It's just like this magic lure, if you will. You can filter prospects based on their company size and their roles and even how long they've been in their position. And then you save those as leads. That way you can monitor them over time. You can stalk them on social media and stay updated to what's going on in their world, and choose your time to strike then. Maybe they've just launched a new product or expanded into new markets or even started complaining about their current solution on LinkedIn. Hello, that's an opportunity. So keeping an eye on these updates lets you engage with them in a way that feels timely and relevant and important and engaging. That's what we want to do. We want to engage with these folks. And so whether that's email or whether that's through direct messaging or however, when you start to engage with them, using that LinkedIn Sales Navigator can really help you get right into the specifics very quickly and be very relevant. So that's good. So the other part is, this is what we talked about just a little earlier today, that we're now doing engagement through personalization. That's right. So you found your leads. Now what's next? This is where you show them that you're not just any sales person out there. You're not just some schleb out there schlocking hardware or software or whatever you're selling. Your tech. You're the salesperson who quote unquote gets it. Personalization is everything. And if you're still sending out those blanket emails, dear sir, madam, we need to have a chat. Like listen to the first segment or go to my blog and get those implementation plan for those ideas. So send them a personalized email message, right? You see an in-mail message at LinkedIn. It actually addresses their specific pain points. For instance, if you're dealing with a supply chain inefficiency, talk about your industry's software that can maintain their operation, or the hardware robots you got that can help streamline their operations. Be afraid to show a little personality in your message. Nobody wants to read a robot's email. They want to know you're a real person who's on their side, who's generally interested in solving problems. That's right. You have something to offer them. And so it's again, building that trust. As we said, our three-legged table, know, like, and trust. Here's the thing. People buy from people they trust. So you don't buy from people, you don't build trust by popping up out of nowhere and asking for a sale. No, you've got to provide a value, and it has to be pretty consistent. So you follow their company updates, you share relevant content, you engage in conversations that matter with them, and this positions you not just as another person trying to sell something, but as a resource, like you're giving something. And the old Business Network International BNI, we said, guess what? Givers gain. And so when you're giving, you're out there adding value before the sale. That's awesome. That builds trust. It's like being the go-to person in your friend group who knows exactly where the best pizza is. Let me tell you, I didn't get to be 350 pounds by not knowing where the best pizza in town is. If you want to know where the best pizza in town is, you come in Grand Rapids, you come and talk to me. I don't weigh 350 anymore, but I did at one point in time. So I didn't get there just by hanging out and running miles. No, I did it by overeating. And so I don't know if I have a little bit of a weight problem. Anyway, so I know I'm getting a little personal today, aren't I? That's not cool. Anyways, yeah, it's a little bit of behind the scenes at the beer Holsibus. Anyways, so you become someone that person's going to trust because you're always coming through with the goods. It's the kind of trust you want to build with prospects. Number 5 on this list is tracking results and looking at that improvement. So this is kind of the last piece of the puzzle. Prospecting is not just a set it and forget it kind of a thing. You've got to measure your success. People respond. Did they respond? Did your personalized emails work? This is where you got to tweak your strategy. You got to come in and just update things. It's just like changing your fantasy football roster after a few bad weeks. You just get in there and make it a little different, analyze what works, what didn't, and refine your approach accordingly. Now, the key is to always be improving, not to always be closing. This is ABC. ABC, always be closing, because coffee's for closers. Anyways, the key is to always be improving. ABI. You don't just get discouraged by slow results. It's just like training for a marathon. Consistently, efforts over time pay off in the long run, and that's what you really want. So let's haul this all together here, kind of wrap this up. To wrap it all up, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is that secret weapon, like I said, for targeted prospecting. The more you know about your ideal customers, the better you can personalize your outreach, ultimately close more deals. So get out there, start defining your prospects, narrow down those searches, and make yourself indispensable to those leads. So, all right, with that said, I want to say thank you very much for your time today. That's right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And we're going to be right back with closing thoughts. So sit back, and here's another great message from our sponsor today. All right. Hey, we're back. We're back. That's right. Hey, I wanted to, a couple things before we close out our day. One of the things, if you're a technical salesperson and looking to boost your close rates and master the art of selling in the tech space, well, look no further than Tech Sales 110. That's my space that you can go out to, whether you're new to tech sales or a seasoned pro. We offer a lot of different resources and step-by-step strategies really to help you identify, acquire, and retain. What we're talking about is customers. And it's that in-depth. I have this in-depth methodology and classes designed specifically for technical sellers. It's more than just a website. It's a community that we're starting. Surround yourself with other professionals who can share tips, insights, and encouragement as you level up your sales game. Join us today at TechSales110.com. And that's going to take you to that next step towards crushing your goals. And what, I'm just launching this thing, baby. So if you're a podcast listener, guess what? You get in free. That's right. The first 200 folks that are going to want to come in, be part of my beta program. That's right. Just get on there, and I've got a link right off the front page, and you're going to get in for free. And you can become part of this. And we have all sorts of fun stuff. We're doing weekly office hours where you can sit and do Q&A. And we're just getting this thing started. We're starting from scratch. That's right. It's starting a company from scratch. So that's a lot of fun. Anyways, whether you're working through personalized emails or targeted LinkedIn prospecting, let's think through what we talked about today. The key to success is keep it simple. That's a KISS principle. KISS. And when we're talking about KISS, we're not talking about Detroit Rock City, although that is a cool tune. It's all about being relevant and genuine and value-driven. It's like when you take time to research your prospects, whether it's through their company updates or industry challenges they're having, you're showing that you're truly understanding their needs. So personalizing that communications makes people feel like they're more than just a number. And the same goes for LinkedIn outreach. By tailoring that approach from dynamic email tags to meaningful in-mail messages, you're building trust and rapport that hopefully lasts and sticks. So the beauty of these strategies is all in this thing called follow-up. And the thing about follow-up and why you need several touches before you kind of really get engaged, it's about 8 or 9 touches you need, actually, is what most studies show. You got to stay consistent, and that earns trust. We love that. Staying consistent, refining your approach based on the feedback you received, of course, and tracking the progress you learn from what works. So don't be afraid to adjust along the way. At the end of the day, it's about making real human connections. It's not about a list, it's about people and making connections. And that's what really drives the long-term success. So whether you're showing up in somebody's inbox or in their LinkedIn feed, remember it's not just about the tools, it's about how you use them to show that you care about their business, and keep it personal, keep it valuable, and keep it moving forward to those meaningful wins. And that's what you want, is those meaningful wins, which incorporates into customers. And of course, as a salesperson, and if your significant other is involved in receiving the benefits of your funds and your pictures of dead presidents, they're going to thank you too in a special way at the end of the day. So this this combined strategy with that kind of unified messages that your company can help you provide, it's about the power of personalization and that sales outreach. Like I said, Tech Sales 110, you hit my blog up there, and guess what? Off of this message today, this show, what you can do is you can go to my blog and you little click on the link, and guess what? I'm going to not only give you a recap of what we just talked about today, I am going to give you a SMART goals that you can talk to your boss about, how to incorporate these two into your feedback. I'm also going to give you a deployment plan of how, like, over a month, you can incorporate these into your everyday habits of selling. So go there to Tech Sales 110 and you're going to have a great day. So anyways, I hope you have a great time, and I want to thank you all for tuning in and listening to my podcast. I appreciate everybody coming back and listening to the great fun that we're planning on having over the years. This has been an adventure. You're going to hear more about it, but let's get it back going, man. Come on, Pierre. Get your butt in gear. You got to get this thing going. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the podcast for today, and I hope you're having a great day, and I just want you to have a blessed week. I mean blessed. You are blessed and highly favored. I look at it like I'm blessed when I come, when I go, when I'm raised up, and when I'm down in the dumps. I'm still blessed. So I want y'all to have a great week, and I'll talk to you real soon.